A lot of health practitioners feel somewhat weird doing social media, unsure what to post, how to verbalize what they have to say. And what they don't realize is that ultimately marketing is about connecting with people that you can help. So whatever you're doing one-on-one with patients, whether that's on a Zoom call or in your office, something very similar needs to happen online on social media. And so in this video, we're going to talk about minding your digital bedside manners and how to put your best foot forward. Now, the first thing that I want you to realize is that it's not just your clinical knowledge, your expertise that gets patients outcomes. That's required, and I assume you're all amazing clinicians at that. But what you have to realize is that it's also your ability to translate that knowledge in a way that's easily understood by your target audience. And I always call this the practitioner's curse, that you are all very cerebral, very knowledgeable, and so that makes its way into your communication styles when you connect with patients online. And oftentimes it is way too sophisticated and way too in-depth for what audiences need to see on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or LinkedIn. And so remember, it's not the Mark Hymans in the world that are your target audience. You don't need to impress your peers with the content that you put out there. It's really the average John Doe in mainstream America that needs to understand how what you do is relevant to his or her life. Now, here's some practical tips. So number one, use examples or analogies. Again, people are probably better able to understand if you use good analogies, what you're trying to get across, rather than using overly technical language. So focus on this. Again, Sachin Patel is a great case study of using amazing analogies that make it really clear and really relevant in people's lives. The second thing to realize is that you should gear your social media content towards an 8th or 9th grader. So that means that you can't use language that would be befitting a postgraduate student. You really have to make this easily understood. And again, remember, when people are consuming that content on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Pinterest, they're generally in an environment where they're looking at cat and dog pictures, and they're there to be entertained. So your content should be mostly edutainment, part information, part entertainment, and making it relevant in people's lives. The third point to remember is that it's very important for your audience to feel understood and be seen. And so your content should not make people feel small and feel like they don't know anything. You want to ultimately empower them to finally decide that they want to improve their health, that they want to move forward, and they want to move past what's keeping them stuck, right? So you should use empowering language, and you should really gear this towards them so that they feel really heard. Again, this is one of the most common refrains that practitioners like you hear from your patients, that they're saying, my doctor is not listening. They're saying it's just a consequence of aging, it's all in my head, and I know that I don't feel right. And so you want to essentially establish that you understand them, that you have empathy for them, that you understand the situation that they're in, and that you understand how the conventional medical paradigm has failed them so far, and that you have a compelling alternative, whether it's integrative, naturopathic, or functional medicine. And number 4, people do business with people that are like them. And one of the ways people establish whether you are like them is by understanding your value system. So if you share the same values that they have, or the other way around, they share the same values that you have, that's one way to get them to like you and feel closeness to you. And so again, people need to understand your value system. So if you don't talk about in social media about your values, if you don't show in your social media posts what makes you tick, how you go through life, how you see life, what you do on the weekends, that you live what you preach, that's how people understand what makes you tick and the value system that you follow. And this is really important to communicate in your videos. So again, these are 4 things that go into having good digital bedside manners. Now, if you want to go deeper with this, I've posted some extra resources below this video, including our guide on how to boost consumer confidence into your practice. So I hope you check out those resources. If you have any questions, post them in the Facebook group. Let me know what's keeping you stuck or what thoughts are triggered by this video, and I'll see you in the next video.